Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Playboy Man. What? That was just a dream? Oh. Welcome to Cobra Vids. Watch the damn video. Hey guys, welcome back. You ever have a dream that you just don't want to wake up from, and then an alarm goes off and you realize you gotta come back to your normal life and go to work, and then when you get to work, you just start thinking about that dream. And then your boss comes in, he slams his fist down, he says, "You're fired." It's not my fault, you know? Yeah, I closed my eyes for a minute. 2 hours. All right. Well, since we don't live in a dream world, one thing I do know, and it's not necessarily a nightmare, but we all got to do maintenance on our bikes, or we could just ignore it. You know, let the tires go flat, let the chain flap around, fall off, lock up the back wheel, just get across the road, you know. Or we could do the right thing and fix the damn thing. Okay, guess that's what we'll do. Alright guys, as you know, my Z400 is the one I ride back and forth to work, and last night it rained a little bit. Just enough to take the dirt that's built up around everything and just turn it into a blotchy mess. Makes it look like I haven't washed the bike in 3 months. And of course, I probably haven't. So anyway, it's time to change the oil. Let's turn this on. Let's see how far over my oil change I went. Okay. All right. As always, when tracking mileage, my tripometer A always tracks my fuel economy, so it's reset very often. Here is my trip B, which is from oil changes, and in this bike I usually change it between 3,000 and 5,000 miles, depending on when I feel like doing it, or when it starts banging around, or things you normally ignore. But anyway, this is almost to 4,000, so we'll go and give it the change up there. And this bike has a total of 15,500 miles on it. So do you know what that means, guys? We got to do the damn 15,000 mile check. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the easy stuff. Okay. Mirrors, check. Grip. Clutch works good. Oh, of course not, because it's not running, so I can't turn the lights on. I'm going to be like, uh-oh. We got the turn signals. Oh, we got the one flickering around in the back here, and it's actually the right one. And let's go, okay. The right turn signal. There you go. Whoa. Working great. Okay. Brake light. Oh. Brake light. Brake light works good. Check. Okay. Check the back seat. Yeah, still loose. Vibrates like fucking crazy. Check. Okay. Rear foot peg, which I've never had a rider on. Check. Chain. And we'll just ignore that. Shifter. Yep, it's still attached. Engine. Yep, still there. Tire pressure. Yep, still good. Muffler. Yep, still on there. What else? What else do we check on the 15,000 mile check? Brakes. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, since I made it home the last 4,000 miles, I say brakes are good. Forks. Okay. Forks. A little dirty. No leaks, no cracks. ABS. Yep, sticker's still there. Radiator. Still there, but my God, she's dirty. Keeping your radiator clean is like keeping your teeth clean. Maybe that's why they call your teeth your grill. Well, that was a tough job. We did the 15,000 mile check. All right. Cool. Everything's good. Good to go. Not bad, guys. Z400 is going to live to ride again. And again. And again. And again. Here we go, guys. We're going to go ahead and go. We're going to go for it. We're just going to jump in. We're going to get my hammer. We're going to get my crowbar. And we're going to start tearing off all the stuff to get... Oh! Well, I forgot, guys. I'm going to be changing the air filter. Finally! I know. Oh, my God. Finally. It has arrived. It got here. It came from China. You know, I thought Kawasaki was made by Japan. Huh. But the filter's coming from China. Well, it's not Japan, but it's an Asian country, so we're close enough. A-OK. Why is that okay? I get the O, but I don't really get the K. Because it'd be more like... screw it. Okay, so maybe we'll get around to detailing this today. Maybe we'll just pretend we did, ignore everything, and keep riding. Because, you know, as you all know, the dirt slows down your bike or your car. So it's nice to keep them shiny because then the wind flows over very smoothly. So, and when you have all this dirt, the dirt catches the wind and it causes resistance and slows you. Screw it. Okay, so first off, I'm going to get the oil drain in because, you know, that's the most important part of changing oil. That bolt down there, believe it or not, is a 17 millimeter bolt. But first, because we always like to go butt first, we need a pan, test the oil. We need a ratchet and a 17 millimeter socket. Oh, get out of my way first. And as you know, the drain plugs are way under here. And Kawasaki really hit a home run on this because as you can see, the drain plug is way under here. Like my Suzuki 250, when I drained its oil, it leaked all over the exhaust pipes and stuff. So for the first few minutes after changing that oil, I had major smoking, disgusting exhaust pipe because, you know, you can't get all of it off at once. And if you've ever wondered what this hose is for, okay, I found out. I was getting gas and I spilled gas all around the filler hole on the tank. I didn't get it into the hole, or we wouldn't be talking about this today, but some spilt out because you know how when sometimes you stick your nozzle in your hole, gas comes out of the nozzle. Well, that's what happened. And I found out that this hose here, that's the drain for around your filler hole. So the gas came down here and dripped out onto the ground. I guess it's better than going into the engine, you know. But anyway, okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull the drain plug off. The only thing I can say is this holder upper stick here really gets in the way of your pan, but I think it's at a good enough angle to where it catches it just fine. And what's really neat about this setup here, this drain plug is at the very bottom, so the sump goes all the way down to the bottom, and it all comes out, and you don't have to hold it upright. I used to have to set my 250 upright in order to get all the oil out of it. Well, this stuff here, all the oil settles into that sump and comes out, and all you do is let it drip. So you don't have to stick it on a bike stand or anything. You can leave it right there. And let's look at this oil. Yep, it's oil. All right. So anytime I'm draining the oil, I like to look around, seeing if I can see any critters staring back at me, that I might have to evict. No critters. A lot of dirt, though. Man. I guess I have to lube and tighten that chain up. Let's start a conversation about chains. What do you use to lube your chain? Because I've been hearing about wax, and the wax sounds like it would stick to the chain a lot better, but I haven't been able to find anything that I want to give it a try. So if you have any ideas of what you use to oil your chain, because see, I don't oil my chain every 300 miles like the book says. I think that's what it says. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong there. But 300 miles, I would be doing it every other day, because one round trip to work is 75 miles. That's to work and back. And I work all week. So as you can see, every 300 miles, I'm going to be doing it at least once a week. So I actually oil my chain about every 1,000 miles. And I actually got about 13,000 miles out of my original chain. So oiling it every 1,000 miles isn't too bad, and I am riding on dusty roads and very hot times in Arizona desert. Never heard of that. Never heard of such a thing. Alrighty, so now while that's dripping, I'm going to turn the pan around like this, and now it's time to get the filter off, because the filter needs changed when you're doing an oil change. I know, man, I'm just sharing some freaking knowledge with all of you guys today. So okay, I'm going to set this camera down for just a moment and loosen that baby up. Holy shit, man, this thing was like 700 foot-pounds of torque. Wonder who the hell fucking... Oh, wait a minute. That was me. As you can see, oil comes out of the oil filter too, because that's what goes through this. Oil comes through this, and there's a little filter in there that filters out small particulates. Particulates. What a cool word. Particulates. Particulates. See all that oil that would have stayed in there if I did a cheap job? Boy, you could tell that's an original, huh? And it is, because it's got the part number. Let's see if I can get that part number to show up. There you go. China. Whoa. Is Kawasaki Chinese? I don't fucking think so. Maybe that's where all their parts are made. Because everything's cheaper in China. All right. See, you get a little bit of drip down there. Now, my Vulcan, there's frame pieces underneath that you have to tuck a rag up underneath there, or you're going to dribble down your frame pieces. Better a rag than your frame. My son says, oh, can I park my bike in the shade and yours in the sun since you don't care about your bike? What a dickhead. I care about my bike. I just care about this one less than I care about my Vulcan. It couldn't be because the Vulcan was twice the frickin' price. Nah, not at all. Alrighty, guys, here we go. So, I forgot. One other important part of doing a 15,000 mile change is you gotta check the actual bolts. Yep, that one's tight. On its back. And, yep, tight. Cool. All right, so we're good to go for another 5,000 miles, 6,000 miles, and fuck it, 8,000 miles. See, your bike can go longer and longer. You just have to say the words. You ever been working on your bike and you just start thinking about another bike? Are you guys like me and start thinking about a different wife? That came out. Guys, don't say things like that unless you double check your wife isn't anywhere around, because it might get you in some trouble. Whew, I'm sweating. It's not because it's already 95 degrees outside and the sun just frickin' came up. One of the things about Arizona, man, if you don't like the heat, stay out of the kitchen. That's what they should call the valley. The kitchen. Because if you can't take the heat, get the fuck out. Alright, so I'm not going to show you guys the entire process. I'm going to chop and cut that down. Because I've shown it to you in several of my other videos. I'll try to attach a link to the video that shows the detailed teardown of the fuel tank to get to the filter. And so I'm just going to show you brief little clips of what needs to be done. And my viewers are smart, so they could probably take this down even though I'm just showing little clips, because you guys are awesome! Alright guys, so if you remember these little clips on the side, all you do is pop in the center part and then they actually come right out. It's pretty simple. Alright, so this side is torn down. And remember, you don't have to pull all this off like I did in one of my other videos. I thought there was bolts behind there for the tank like my other Kawasaki, but there wasn't. And this is always a perfect time, especially since we're doing our 15,000 mile check today. And when it's upright, it is a little low. So we're going to have to add a little bit in there. And since this is just a little bit of a drop, I'm just going to add just a little bit of distilled water, and that will be just fine. If it was much lower, if I was going to be putting more than a splash in, then I might consider putting actual antifreeze in there. And the reason why is because I don't have any Kawasaki antifreeze, so I'm just going to top it off while I'm here, while I have it open, and it'll be just fine. And remember, anytime you add water, do not use tap water, especially in the valley, because our water is horrible coming out of the tap. Always use distilled water, because that is damn near pure water, and it doesn't have any of the minerals and stuff that normal tap water does. And plus, if you love your bike, don't give them something disgusting, give them something that tastes good. Okay, next step is we're gonna just pull off these mounting bolts since we're going in a circular motion here. Alright guys, in case you're new to my channel, this wire coming out here, just in case you're curious, is for my heated gear. And yes, it does get cold here in the desert. It gets pretty damn cold. It gets down the, mid to upper 30s. Every once in a while, it will dip down into the low 30s. But I haven't seen it go down much more than 30 degrees here. And that is cold, especially when you're flying at 70 miles an hour. You tend to want to warm up a little bit. Damn people, they just wanted to protect us all around, didn't they? Oh, damn, it's about time. Well, looks like it. Okay. Alright, so here's the filter. So it did come. And it looks like the proper filter. So we'll go ahead and finish pulling apart this. This is Kawasaki for Kawasaki engines, 1040. I normally get full synthetic. But I got this off the internet, and the description said synthetic, not synthetic blend. And the reason I use full synthetic is because full synthetic oil, you can let it go a few more miles. So I'm going to have to really watch this oil very closely, which in reality means I'm just going to ignore it until the next 4,000 mile oil change. You know? We need to be real here. And we have our oil filter. And this is going to be very similar, but not the same. Do you guys see a frickin' problem here? See, that's what I can't stand about eBay's system. Those are not the same part numbers. You enter in your year, make, and model, and it says, yep, it's going to fit, it's going to work. Obviously, that is not the same filter. So you know what that means, guys? I have to go all the way over to the store and buy the proper filter. I knew I should have bought two. God damn it. Good thing is the oil will work, and that's the expensive stuff. This filter is only about 13 bucks. So I'm going to have to go buy one. Alright guys, as you can see, that's pretty dirty. You can't see all the filth on camera like I can in person, but it's pretty dirty. Here's the replacement. Okay, now we just put it back together. Okay, as you can see, I got her all back together. One thing I always have a hard time with is this damn rear seat here. I always have a problem getting it to latch down. So the best way to do is take your key, stick it in the lock, turn it, and that helps it lock down. Perfect. Piece of cake, right? Okay, so now we just gotta go get that filter, the proper filter, and continue on the oil change. Alrighty guys, she's running. I'll let her warm up a little bit. Okay, well, so now that we've got our oil changed, we're going to go, we can go ahead and reset the tripometer. But now that we're at 39666, when I noted on my maintenance log, I'm going to go ahead and write just 4,000, you know, that we changed it at 4,000 so that we're even numbers. Okay, so we cleared that. So now we have fresh oil at 15.5. We'll just round that down to 15,500 miles. And that's where I will log it on my maintenance record. I just want to say before somebody gets on the comments and criticizes me, I really checked torques. I really checked tire pressures. I really I really dealt with the chain and everything else. I was being sarcastic, so you know, some people get uptight when people joke around. So I figured I would disclaimer that before all the comments came in. I'm still going to grab a gentle brush and brush all the bugs out of my radiator, and that will pretty much be it. Alrighty guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video from Cobra Viz. This was the Kawasaki Z400, the 2019 15,000 mile checkup. And stay tuned for more of that. We're almost to the break-in period, so we're going to go take it out and we're going to roast those up and see what kind of burnout we can do for our first time. And I ordered a camera system, so we're going to go ahead and get a camera system, a three-way camera system installed in this, and we'll do a review on that and an install video very soon. And until then, guys, ride safe, stay free. We will catch you next time. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, like, and ring the bell because we got a whole lot of fun coming up. Catch you later. All right, guys, so update real quick. I think I waited way too long to change that filter because once I got the new filter in and went to take it for a test ride, I noticed that it was real sluggish. It was like it was loading up, like it was flooding out. And I'm not too familiar with these newer bikes, but it just seems like with all the sensors and stuff on them that it might adjust its fuel delivery to compensate for things. And I think that's what happened because after a couple miles of riding, it cleaned up and now it's running peppy as, you know, it was brand new. So definitely don't wait 15,000 miles to change the air filter. I would change it about 7,000, about halfway mark. But that's it, guys, for the update. She's running great. See you later.